You've stepped into the future in the American Midwest. Everyone spends their time inside, surrounded by colourful images on television screens. No one reads books anymore. In fact, books are illegal. Heroes are in very short supply in this world. In fact, they exist way out on the fringes. Our protagonist, or main character, Guy Montag, is yet to embrace heroism even though he's a fireman. But he's not the kind of fireman you might be used to. Guy's job is to start fires so his team can burn all the books they find. Guy's trusty hose spouts kerosene, not water, and he wears a helmet with the number 451 on it. That's because 451 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature at which paper burns. But hang on, what's wrong with books? Well, books might contain thoughts that are dangerous or just different. Everyone in this world conforms without question. The television and the radio tell them everything the government wants them to hear. Did someone say dystopia? Guy Montag loves burning, but he's about to meet someone who'll make him question everything. Her name is Clarice McClellan, and she's 17. She's unlike anyone Guy has ever met. She's interested in other people and asks Guy questions he can't answer. You're probably thinking this might get romantic, right? Wrong. It's far more interesting than that. It's a meeting of minds. After meeting Clarice, Guy goes home to his wife, Mildred, or Millie. But she's not even conscious. She's taken an overdose of pills. Guy doesn't have a moment to spare. He calls for the technicians to come and pump her stomach. Luckily, Millie survives, but can't remember a thing, nor does she seem to care. Why does Millie self-medicate so heavily? Was it an accident? Or is she deeply disturbed? What we do know about Millie is that she loves television. The TV family she sees on the screen are more real to her than her own husband. Her ultimate life goal is to have screens on all four walls of her living room. Talk about a TV advertiser's dream. The widespread obsession with TV isn't even the creepiest thing about this society. It has a terrifying law enforcement monster, the Mechanical Hound. This 8-legged robot dog hunts down people who don't conform and kills them. How? By injecting them with a lethal dose of morphine, straight from a needle in the hound's mouth. Guy feels threatened by the hound that's kennelled in his fire station. It growls at him menacingly. This is the first sign that Guy may be under surveillance. Guy's boss, Captain Beatty, is concerned. Why would the Mechanical Hound hassle Guy like that? After a few chats with Clarice, Guy doesn't see her again. Still, she has him wondering, what's so evil about a good book? In Beatty's view, owning books is an act of insanity. People who have books are locked up. Does this world sound crazy to you? Well, things are about to get crazier. One day, Guy is called to a job where an old lady chooses to be burnt with her books. Guy is seriously disturbed by this. Could books be that valuable? Soon after this, Millie casually mentions to Guy that Clarice was hit and killed by a car 4 days ago. Guy is horrified, but Millie barely bats an eyelid. She'd even forgotten to tell him. Millie seems to be sleepwalking through life. It's time for Guy to take a chance. He decides to show Millie all his hidden books and read some to her. Maybe that will wake her up. But Millie's not keen on this. She's terrified of the consequences if they get caught. Still, there's a lovely moment when Guy reads to her and she seems to listen. Could Millie be coming to her senses? But major threats still loom in the outside world. Bomber planes drone on above them in the sky. Between the war happening in the air and the war between book lovers and firemen on the ground, this future society looks pretty hostile. Guy remembers meeting someone in a park a year ago, an old man named Faber. He was a former English professor and clearly a man who loves books. He gave Guy his address. It's time Guy paid Faber a visit. At the very least, it will be a chance for Guy to experience an intelligent conversation. But Millie has her little pleasures too. Her friends are coming over for a TV binge fest. But Guy doesn't want to be around this brain-dead get-together, so he leaves to find Faber. Guy even carries a hidden Bible to share with Faber. Not that Guy's found God or anything, he's just discovered the joy of reading. When he reaches Faber's house, Guy shows him the Bible. It's like a secret handshake. Faber's impressed by Guy's courage and agrees to offer his wisdom about the true value of books. Guy is grateful to receive this education. Better late than never. Faber tells Guy about the secret world of books. It's a very different lecture to the one that Captain Beatty gave him about the danger of books. Finally, Guy has the chance to make sense of this world. There's no going back now. Guy wants to plant books in the homes of firemen all over the country. He'll have all the firehouses destroyed as nests of treason and tear down the whole fireman system. It's a brave idea, but Faber's not convinced. Faber knows his own limits and prefers not to openly rebel against this dangerous world order. But Guy wants radical change now and becomes annoyed with Faber's cowardice. Guy gets so enraged that he starts ripping pages out of the Bible. Whoa, that's anger for you. Panicked by Guy's destruction of the book, Faber joins Guy's crusade. Faber hands Guy a small, bullet-sized radio. This way, he can listen to everything that Guy does and give him advice. Faber won't tell Guy what to think, but he'll offer guidance. Our hot-headed protagonist will need it. Guy arrives home with Faber's voice in his ear. Millie and her friends are still in the parlour, binging on TV. Since reading to Millie didn't have the desired effect, Guy takes another chance. He reads a poem aloud in front of her friends. But the risk doesn't pay off. The women are deeply disturbed. One of them even starts sobbing, although she doesn't know why. Millie's friends are so annoyed that they leave the house. How dare Guy challenge them with deep words? Is he mad? After the women leave, it's time for Guy to start another shift at the firehouse. Unfortunately, Captain Beatty seems to know about Guy's illegal activities and subversive thoughts. In fact, the next fire that Guy must start is at his own house. How twisted is that? Captain Beatty sure has turned nasty. Will Guy go through with it? What else can he do? Guy and the other firemen arrive to see Millie fleeing the home she shared with Guy. She's frightened. All she can think about is her TV family, rather than the welfare of her husband. After all, she was the one who betrayed him. This is the last time we see Millie. It's a grim and abrupt farewell. She's beyond help. With Beatty watching him and the Mechanical Hound threatening him, Guy burns his own house down. Then Beatty tries to arrest him. He hits Guy and Faber's green bullet radio falls out of Guy's ear. The battle is on. Guy's not going to take this anymore. He picks up his flamethrower, turns it on Beatty, and burns him to death. Then the Mechanical Hound lunges at Guy. It injects him with its sinister needle, paralysing Guy's leg. But Guy manages to destroy the hound with a bloom of fire from his flamethrower. Phew! In a few hot minutes, Guy has incinerated his home, murdered his boss, and obliterated the hound. There's no turning back now. Guy's now a fugitive, and the radio is onto him. Everyone's told to watch out for him. Guy is declared armed and dangerous, and police cars and helicopters try to run him down. This deadly chase makes for primetime viewing. The only person Guy can turn to now is Faber. He turns up at Faber's house to find out what to do next. This is a real crisis for Guy, but he's not alone. There are small communities of gentle, book-loving people living outside the cities. The government doesn't worry too much about them. They harm no one. Could they offer a sanctuary for Guy? Faber tells Guy to find the river at the edge of the city and look for the people who love books. Guy escapes, knowing that he's still being hunted. There's a dramatic aerial pursuit, all televised of course, and now another Mechanical Hound is after him. They won't let Guy get away easily. But Guy cleverly evades the authorities and makes it out of the city. He enjoys a peaceful moment, floating down the river and gazing at the stars. Then he finds a fire. Not the type of fire he used to start. This one's a campfire. It glows warmly with a circle of happy people around it. There's nothing like freedom. The people recognise Guy Montag. They already know he's a rebel, so they welcome him into their circle. But the government must still show its power, so an innocent man is murdered by the Mechanical Hound in Guy's place. The televised pursuit comes to a terrible climax as the man is sent screaming to his death. For the viewers at home, Guy Montag has been killed and justice has been served. Talk about lies. Meanwhile, the real Guy Montag sits peacefully around a campfire with his new tribe. These book-loving outsiders live under the benign leadership of Granger. Granger tells Guy that everyone here has memorised a book. They're all living books. Guy can stay with them and become a book too. Sounds like a good opportunity. By now, the world as Guy knew it is in tatters. Bombs have destroyed the city and war is everywhere. But Guy and his new community are safe and filled with optimism. They walk towards the city, listening to Granger's story about the phoenix rising from the ashes. Just like the phoenix, they'll rise again and rebuild this broken world using the wisdom of books. Guy's one of them now. He's the book of Ecclesiastes from the Bible. From a mindless fireman to a living book of wisdom. There's hope for Guy Montag, a hero at last. Do you think the battle is over? Or has it just begun? If society ever had to start over, which precious books would you save for mankind? We hope you enjoyed this Schooling Online production. For more easy lessons, check out our other videos.